Most people see a food truck and see a shortcut, a way to bypass the brutal world of commercial real estate and jump straight into the culinary dream. But here is the strange part. A truck can have a line that stretches for 3 city blocks, sell out of everything by 2 p.m., and still leave the family behind the window with a bank balance of 0. Actually, it's worse than that. If the generator makes a high-pitched whistling sound at 11:40 in the morning, right before the lunch rush, that family isn't just losing sales. They are actively paying for the privilege of standing in a hot metal box in a parking lot. This is the brutal economics of the family food truck. It is not a restaurant on wheels. It is a high-stakes logistics machine that fights a daily war against physics, city inspectors, and the price of propane. Meet the Ortiz family. They want to sell their signature smashburgers. They've seen the success stories on TikTok. They think because they have $60,000 in savings and a great recipe, they are ready. They aren't. That shortcut price tag is an illusion. By the time they buy a used truck, realize the plumbing doesn't meet city code, install a fire suppression system, wrap the exterior in branding, and pay the local commissary kitchen their monthly tribute, that $60,000 is gone. The Ortiz family hasn't even flipped a single burger yet, and they are already $90,000 into a hole. This is the price of admission trap. In the food truck world, you don't just pay for a kitchen, you pay for a vehicle that has to survive potholes while carrying 1,000 degrees of cooking equipment. When the bank wants a $1,000 monthly payment, your menu stops being a list of food. It becomes an escape plan. If your profit doesn't cover a real salary for every family member in that truck, you haven't built a business. You've just bought yourself a low-paying job with a terrible commute. To survive, the Ortiz family has to master the menu machine. If they sell a dozen different items, they die. Every extra ingredient is a point of failure. If the son, who's taking orders, has to explain 20 different options to a distracted office worker, the line slows down. Speed is the only currency that matters at lunch. A customer has 30 minutes for a break. If a burger takes 12 minutes to prep, that customer is going to the sandwich shop next door. But if the Ortiz family can hand over a bag in 3 minutes, they win. A focused menu isn't about being simple, it's about throughput. Here is the math you should pause the video to think about. If you sell a burger for $14 and the meat, bun, and packaging cost you $4, you think you made $10. You didn't. After you pay for the grease trap cleaning, the propane to keep the grill hot, the fuel to move the 3-ton beast, and the payment processing fees, you might be keeping $3. If you only serve 50 people, you're losing money. You have to serve 100 just to break even. This is why smart families stop chasing the street and start chasing the contract. Catering is the hidden safety net. Street service is a gamble on whether it rains. Catering is a guaranteed check. If a tech company hires the Ortiz truck for a corporate lunch, they get a flat fee. They know exactly how many buns to buy. They know exactly when they start and when they finish. The street builds the brand, but the catering pays the mortgage. But even with a perfect contract, there are the unpaid partners, weather and repairs. These two don't care about your business plan. If a heat wave hits, nobody wants a hot burger. If a blizzard hits, nobody is walking to a parking lot. And the generator? That's your heart monitor. If the hum stops, the business stops. You'll spend your Friday nights covered in oil and gray water trying to fix a pump because a mechanic can't see you until Monday. The family dynamic is the final variable. It's rapid-fire reality. Dad handles the grill. Mom handles the inventory. The kids handle the window. If one person misses a shift, the system collapses. There is no HR department in a food truck. There's just a cramped, humid kitchen and a lot of loud talking. Can it work? Yes, but only if you treat the truck like a logistics company that happens to serve beef. Every mile driven, every ounce of cheese wasted, and every minute spent idling in traffic is a line item on a balance sheet. The Ortiz family might make it. They might turn that one truck into 3. They might move into a storefront. Or they might realize that the perfect family business is actually a 60-hour-a-week battle against the unexpected. It is a moving target. It is a financial gamble. And at the end of the day, it is a 3-ton machine rolling down the road on 4 tires, carrying every cent the family owns.